and I'm going to provide only 2 or 3 cons from my side. No, okay? Like, come on now. We need to do better than that. Essential oils are dangerous and should be banned, according to this person when they left a comment on one of my videos. Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and today we're going to cover a rather long comment where, I thought, hey, they brought up some interesting points, and I thought we should just share that with the peoples and really just provide the other side and a reasonable response to what they're saying, because, there's some valid points and there's some that need more information and some that need some correction. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so she left this comment on one of my videos. I'll have the link in the description below so you can see what video that was. But she said, alright, Doterra is so much better than a excuse me. Ooh. Right, Doterra is so much better than a pyramid because instead of an idea, it sells products with none of the other declared qualities. And this is all caps, which you'll soon find out she's a big fan of, all caps, and very dangerous lies that could cost people's lives. Hey, that kind of rhymed. Anyways, that speculation hasn't happened yet, so spewing inaccuracies. She says, for me, it's more than enough that they are selling a worthless product, that's an opinion, not a fact, claiming it to be an antidote to etc. That's not the company, and if people or distributors or customers are making those claims, they would be non-compliant with the Doterra compliance and FDA standards, so they need more training and education and don't need to be saying those things, because when your body gets what it needs, your body heals itself. Essential oils are a supplement or a quality of life enhancement. They're not the end-all be-all. Alright, so that's the real deal right there. Anyways, she says, and doing many more things beneficial for health for which there is and never will be the slightest scientific evidence. There is a ton of evidence. If you just Google essential oils PubMed, I've done videos on this in the past, you'll find more articles and fact-based information on essential oils than you have time to read. I think people just make statements and they don't do their research. That is clearly the case this time, and pretty much every time I hear that. But anyways, she says, because all evidence speaks against it. That is also not true. It's evidence where? Like, do you cite your sources? Okay, anyways. She says, if there is anything this stuff is healing, it's the conditions that are imagined to the same degree as the healing qualities of those substances are. I'm not sure what she means. She means placebo effect? I mean, the mind is powerful with regards to helping the body in different ways, but you also need some type of, like, cofactor or agent that will help stimulate that process too. Again, I'm not really sure, but we'll continue. She says, and no, they can't guarantee the purity of the ingredients because they don't own the farms they get them from. No, but you can test for purity with GCMS test results and produce those with, a batch number on the bottle and give that transparency information on source2you.com, which they do give. Didn't mention any of that. And that award or something that they claim to have received for whatever they claim that was so awesome about them. What? Here's a bad message for you. It sounds like the bad message is her level of ignorance and just speaking out of her hoo-ha. Okay, let's continue here. She says they invented it in the first place to give it to themselves next. Who's they? Who? What? Okay. Also, their products could and are bad for health. Do you have fact-based evidence? I mean, especially when overdosed, but when you understand the benefits and uses properly by watching my YouTube videos and reading the descriptions on the bottle, and or your enroller and sponsor giving information in classes on top of all the handouts that Doterra provides with the Doterra Natural Solutions class and Live Guide, that shouldn't happen, okay? But I digress. She says, and with such concentrated substances, it is very easy to do so. I've already addressed that. I happen to be a housekeeper in a hotel Doterra had a conference in, and I have been forced, I don't know about that forced part, to clean multiple rooms occupied by the participants. Nobody forces you to do anything unless they have a gun to your head or a knife to your back, so that was, a little strong language. You chose to do that, alright? Even if you were assigned that room, okay, you could have quit. Alright, nobody forced you to do anything. Who all received free samples of doTERRA's oils and have apparently been sprinkling them in their rooms, on their bed sheets, towels, etc. The mixed, very intense and irritating odor filled the entire hotel and caused feelings of loss of appetite, in some cases even and respiratory, with most of the staff. That sounds like an exaggeration. All right. Yes, the oils, when you get too many, they can have some negative reactions, and if people use them too much, sure. But how's that? That could be a combination of all the other stuff that's synthetic or chemically used too, or the combination of stuff, or what people are eating or drinking in addition to that, and not detoxing properly and letting the circulation flow through from all the other stuff in the air. I mean, there's a lot of synthetic toxic stuff from traditional cleaners and other companies that aren't good for you, and you may not have a reaction to them because your body is adjusted to that level of toxicity, or it may have unintended consequences with your body because you just don't know about them. But anyways, to blame it all on the oils seems unreasonable, especially when this is more anecdotal evidence, which is more experiential and not fact-based, because you can't tie that exactly thing to whatever they're saying. Anyway, she says, and lastly, it was just too strong and unpleasant to inhale. All right, well, when I smell perfume or cologne, that's unpleasant, all right? But sometimes it happens. Okay, I need to drink more water to detox, and water with lemon essential oil from doTERRA. Glass bottle, stainless steel, or ceramic mug, by the way. All right. She says, companies like this with their worthless, sometimes even harmful products, again, that's not fact-based, lying to gullible people about non-existent healing properties, again, that is, need to handle that on a case-by-case basis. She's generalizing, leading to inaccuracies of their products could and are causing the spread of many serious that could be prevented or effectively with the help of actual science-based, but aren't, because people don't look for professional medical help for their health and instead just waste their time playing with bad perfume smelling like an insect repellent packed in expensive bottles and throw their money through the window, stuffing the pockets of frauds and charlatans. What the are you? What in the world is going on here? Wow, she getting a lot off her chest, speaking her mind. Just wow, the level of inaccuracies. I can't even cover them all. Good night. We gonna just continue, all right? Cause man, just a lot of statements, not a lot of fact-based, and no fact-based evidence. Is just spewing stuff. All right, here she goes. I mean, she wrote this is a whole comment. This is like a mini essay. I mean, I do appreciate she took the time to write that. It took some time, but good night. I mean, dang, when you just totally negative, you can tell they're gonna be inaccurate. If somebody provided pros and cons in equal amounts, that would lead to more accurate conclusions. But when they're just like negative, you're just like, that's totally one-sided, and that's not going to lead to an accurate conclusion about anything, people, products, or the company. And she says, let's not forget, they are one of the main benefactors of the extremely dangerous phenomenon that the anti-trend is. It is bringing back the horrible that humanity previously almost entirely eliminated, posing a serious threat to young individuals fighting with their weakened and causing unnecessary suffering, crippling, and death of many other children all around the world, developed countries included. I can't begin to comprehend how the practices that doTERRA and other companies of the sort are perpetrating are still not banned. Woo! Man, getting heated up in here. Woo! Man, I think she needs a hug and an oil. She mentioned some stuff on the back end here. Here's how it works. In a healthy body, your immune system can take care of anything that is a threat, internal or external. That's the truth. That's the bottom line. But it's when we introduce processed foods or synthetic stuff or cleaning products that are toxic and all this other stuff we injected or put in our body that's not good. That's when the immune system goes down, and it leaves pretty much an open door for other stuff to come in, and that's where the problems start to arise. And so that's not being addressed. She's just saying, well, we need to go back to this or that because that's the way. No, we need to focus on what we put in and on our body, which is the only things we can control, and focus on natural solutions that are safe, effective, and less expensive than traditional options, that are pure, high quality from companies that are reputable, and that focus on education and understanding the benefits and uses properly, so that you don't have those negative adverse reactions, and that you support our immune system properly, which will resolve everything that she mentioned in her little comment section here. But anyways, she's just kind of, you know, getting a lot off her chest. So this comment was a very, you know, anyways, I gave a response back because that's how I roll. And I said, thank you for caring enough to leave such a long and detailed comment. Good night. Yes. I can tell you have a strong need to feel heard and understood, as we all do, but especially her. Although I strongly disagree with your inaccurate conclusions, that's the truth, I did provide a response to your main points below. Number 1, essential oil effectiveness, point 2 in the video, so I have a link down there in the description too. Alright, number 2, essential oils don't heal your body. Your body heals itself when it gets what it needs and stops getting what it doesn't need. Alright, that's kind of a key. There's 2 elements to that. Number 3, sounds like you're overgeneralizing on the lies part, but it would be in your best interest to watch the video below, apply it to your life in a more self-reflective way. So that's, you know, saying, hey, we need to develop ourselves personally, you know, take the log out of our own eye before we try to take the little speck in somebody else's, whether that's a company or person or product. All right, so that's key because that will help us see more clearly. Number 4, doTERRA essential oils don't cause negative reactions with people unless they have a plant sensitivity or they are used improperly. That's the key. If there were a lot of smells in that room, one would have to look at all the other synthetic smells present and identify if it was that or the combination of those. Either way, the aromatherapy airs out, cleans the air, and is mostly gone in 1 to 2 hours. Alright, whew, that was a lot that was said. You may be like, wow, that person really... That's what I'm saying. Alright, so what are the lessons learned? Well, I think it is important to have an outlet for your opinions, and my YouTube comment section is that for a lot of people, and I do appreciate, but I do, you know when to agree to disagree or just disagree outright, because what they're saying is just not based on truth, or it's a half-truth, or it's a hearsay, or it's not supported by fact-based evidence that's objective, meaning looking at the pros and cons from each side, not just the cons of doTERRA and the pros of whatever you're saying. That's not objective, because some people are like, well, I did look at both sides, Lance. It's like, no, pros and cons of each side. That's 4 different data points, and you need to make sure that information is balanced as well. Not, oh, I'm going to provide, 10 cons for doTERRA, and I'm going to provide only 2 or 3 cons for my side. No, okay? Like, come on now. We need to do better than that. Anyways, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Share this video with somebody that would benefit from it. And most importantly, check out the links in the description below so you can see all the things that she referenced and stuff I reference as well. And continue to get your learn on, and I'll see you in the next video.